Hey there, Leah here. Okay, so this is a little bit of a weird one and warrants some splaining. This is not my typical composition or production process, but I'm very curious about your opinion.
We are waves on the same ocean. We are rays of one bright sun. We are leaves in a changing forest, sharing life since time began. Tell me where the waves retire. Can anyone reveal? With every breath we are inspired to live as though this dream is real. We are drops in the same fountain. We are blades in a flowing field. We are sand in a shining desert. As we recall, we are healed. As we recall, we are healed.
Where to start? Wherever to start. So I basically, when I'm online, I often hang out on YouTube, just, soaking up knowledge and information and some stupidity from various sources. And there's this guy that I've kind of started checking out when he puts up a short video. And what he does basically is has these philosophical conversations with his ChatGPT. Now, this is especially interesting to me because spirituality and technology are two elements of being human that really, really fascinate me. I love and appreciate how spirituality attempts to define and codify the parts of existing, of being human, that we don't understand, that we don't really have words for, that we can't measure. And I appreciate tech as a exploration of tools and developments of ourselves, right? Of ways to extend our being and make this existence, I guess you could say, bend somewhat to our will, which we have done excellently and somewhat to our own peril. So I'm listening to this guy talk to his chat GPT, and in the comments, someone posts this, all caps, and I see it, and I'm like, that's song lyrics. And in fact, somebody else said they were going to use some of those concepts in their poem. Nothing, new and earth-shattering, just a beautiful reflection of my fundamental belief that we are and everything is one. So I did what I do, and I started singing those words to myself. I made some minor adjustments in some of the syntax just to sing it the way I wanted to sing it. And I sat down to the piano and gathered the harmonics that I thought worked with the song, and boom, there was a song. Nothing long or complex, but I thought an accurate representation of how I feel about these concepts. Then I remembered that Reverend Charlene, who is a minister and a coder, has been trying to encourage me to check out music made by AI. She has written some songs, created some songs using artificial intelligence, and she said that I, as a musician, should check this out. I roundly disagreed, and without saying specifically these words, basically believed that music made by and with AI is the devil. However, I did have this piece of music that was inspired by a conversation with AI, and the lyrics were largely gleaned from a disembodied conversation on YouTube and social media. I thought, if ever there was a time if ever there was a time. So I went on this AI program and I uploaded the song that I had written. Just the piano and my voice, not really particularly well done. I think I might have recorded it right to my phone. And then I kind of fiddled with the prompt a little bit and said, okay, this is more or less what I think it should sound like. These are the instrumental elements that I think are appropriate to this recording. Now, the first time it came through, it gave me the song with a baritone male vocalist, which I also thought was kind of cool. It sounded like Randy Travis. I like Randy Travis. So I was like, And then I recorded some harmony vocals around it because that's something that I enjoy a lot and I think do well. And then I thought, final product, and it's pretty cool. And since Reverend Charlene was the person who kind of nudged me in that direction, I made a lyric video and shared it on her church service online. I thought the story was done. Alas, it was not quite. My sister has been witnessing me dabble more in this AI production world. I don't anticipate ever using it to write songs. I can write songs. That's something a skill I have cultivated over the last 4 decades and that I enjoy. It's an ironic thing because the person who invented this particular AI platform, I heard him in an interview say that the reason he did it is because that his experience of making music is that it's miserable and no fun and drudgery trying to learn how to make music yourself. And I'm like, dude, what planet are you even on? I've been spending my entire life doing exactly that for the joy and the excitement and the fun of it. So I will always play instruments. I will always write songs. I will always sing. I will always listen for the harmonies and the counterpoints because it's a joy to me. It's something that I love to do. And one of the reasons I play so many different instruments is because I've always wanted to be able to accompany myself, to accompany the songs that I hear, to convey the music that I'm feeling, that I'm hearing, that I'm allowing to flow through me. The truth is, though, my dad calls me the jack of all trades and the master of none. Ooh, it's cold. It's a cold-hearted thing to say, but it's also true. I'm a pretty good singer. I think I'm a solid rhythm guitarist, but I've got, I've got percussion, I've got piano, I've got a flute, and I've got basses and all kinds of beautiful instruments in here that I will never master. I just don't have the time. If I had the time, if I had 10 parallel lifetimes and I didn't have to sleep, I would master all of these instruments because I have the love and the desire to do so. But I also have been specializing in songwriting, right? That's just been my choice, and using the instruments and my abilities up to this point to convey that. So, being as I am, one who understands how these instruments work fundamentally, but not a master of them, I have to admit that having a medium, a tool that can instantly, more or less instantly, and at a very affordable price, convey what I would play if I was a great drummer, if I was a great bassist. This is the style of bass I would play on this particular song. That, if I could play fiddle or cello with any skill, then this is the direction that I would take it for this recording. And it was my sister who asked whether or not I'd be making any of these with my own voice. And so I used the tech skills that I have amassed in the last few decades to extract the stems from the AI-produced recording, muted Randy Travis. Sorry, Randy, you're awesome. But so I have to admit, it's been really, truly magical to be able to render those expressions so quickly. And while I won't say myself, because I realize this is only possible because of 100 years of recorded music, maybe longer, of virtuosic players recording their skill that they have honed over decades, making that available to train the machines that are now mimicking what they have done. So yeah, there's definitely like some ethical question marks and some, that we've got to ask ourselves what we're doing, what we want to do, and what the best way forward is. And that's the case with all of our technology and all of our tools. And that's why we rely, I believe, on our spirituality, on our philosophy, our understanding of what it means to exist and to be human. So all of this is to say that's how this song was born. And I'm really curious about your opinion of the song. I always love to know what you think of the song. What do you think of the production? What do you think of this process? Is it the devil? I don't know. Tell me what you think. See you soon.